Today I'll demonstrate how to disconnect, remove, and replace a car battery. This simple walkthrough is a step-by-step straightforward job. Let's get started. Nothing to it. Hello everybody and welcome back to Nothing to It. I'm your host, the Tool It Guy, and today we're going to be removing and reinstalling a car battery. So the first thing we're going to go over before even touching this battery is a little bit of the anatomy. You'll notice here there's a plus symbol that stands for positive. This is the positive battery terminal for your positive battery cable. On the other side, you have a minus or negative sign. That represents the negative battery terminal, which has the negative battery cable attached to it. We're going to go over the process on how to remove these cables before you can take out your battery to change it for a new one. The next step in your car battery removal is taking off the cables from these terminals. Now, what we're going to do as a rule is the negative terminal comes off first and on last. So we're going to take off the negative first, then the positive. Then we're going to go down to a bracket or harness area that connects the battery to the vehicle itself. There's a little mount down here. I'm going to do another video in a second about that. But once we've loosened that off and removed our battery, once you put the battery back into its position, you will put the positive cable on first, leaving the negative cable to go on last, just as we talked about a minute ago as per our rule. With that being said, we will take our 10 millimeter socket and we will loosen this off. Once you crack it loose, you'll be able to wiggle the negative terminal or the negative cable from the battery and set that aside. Now I know you're thinking, why aren't I using a 1/2 inch? It's a Dodge. I know that Dodges are American made, and in most cases you're going to use a 1/2 inch to get the cables removed from your terminal. Well, because the Caravans themselves are made in Canada, we end up using the metric system. And so the metric system ends up giving us the use of the 10 millimeter wrench or socket. But in most cases, you would use a 1/2 inch wrench if it's American made in order to get this battery out. Proceeding next as planned, in order to get the car battery removed, now that we have the negative terminal off, we're going to remove the positive terminal. We are now going to loosen that without removing the nut, of course. Loosen it off as much as it takes in order to wiggle free the positive cable from your positive terminal. Again, removing any of the corrosion that might be there, because when you reconnect it later, you don't want anything that's going to block the connection of your cable to the terminal. So just use a metal scrub brush quick to remove it. I typically just blow it off. If you're going to blow it off, make sure you have safety glasses on. Don't touch it with your hands. It is corrosive. Just be careful with the chemicals that might be lingering on the outside of the battery. Safety first. So as stated before about the corrosion, you're just going to want to take a little wire brush with a plastic handle. You don't want to be going in there with a crowbar with a metal handle or a scraper of some sort. Basically, you don't want a metal handled object to touch from this to the metal of your frame. You don't want to make some sort of random connection that causes some sort of spark from the battery. So I recommended just taking this wire brush. And if you have to get some of the corrosion off of your terminals, just give them a little scraping. If you need to do a little bit for the inside of your battery cable connector, now's the time to do that as well. That way it ensures you have a nice clean connection for your cables to your terminals at the end of this process. So as promised, once we have both cables removed from the battery terminals, there is a bolt here. If you push this little fabric piece aside, it kind of goes all the way around your battery. So you'll have to fit your battery back inside this if you have one of these insulators. But essentially what this does, I'll try to get a better angle, is when you loosen this bolt, it'll loosen this plastic piece. Now this plastic piece rests on a little tiny lip on the battery underneath. So when you loosen this, this can pull back a little bit from the battery, allowing you to get these handles and pull it up and out of the battery cavity, allowing you to put in your new battery. Or if you're just trying to remove your battery to get to other components underneath your engine for some other automotive repair, you can literally put this battery back in place after. Make sure that that plastic piece is pushed back in place before tightening down this bolt. In order to get to it, you'll see that it's pretty far in, like it's basically my hand length down there. So you'll probably have to get some sort of extension onto your socket set. Now currently I'm not really aware of what size that is. You'll probably have to account for trial and error on your socket size. But once you find that size, put it on an extension of the socket, reach down, loosen that off, pull it away from the battery, and you should be able to remove this by yanking up on the handles. Alright guys, so here is the bolt in question that we need to get access to in order to get the battery loose from the harness that's down here. I have pre-selected my extension and socket. Also forgive me if the camera focus goes in and out because this is kind of a deep cavity for the battery. I'm going to have my hands in and out of there with this socket, but hopefully it gets the point across of what I'm doing here. So first thing I'm going to do is, if your insulation is not fully connected around the battery, this is the time that you can actually like fold it back and give yourself a little more working room. I'm going to put the socket on the bolt and start loosening it. It's probably going to take 20 or 30 turns to get it loose. If this bolt starts squeaking and squawking like crazy, I will edit the audio so that you don't have to listen to that every time, because it can be annoying when this bolt is kind of seized in place and rusty as hell and just squeaks and binds against its mating part on the other end. So far it seems to be actually okay, but you can see as I'm loosening it, this plastic piece can come up and pull away from the tray that the battery sits in. Looks like I need to get it up a little bit more. We're trying to get this piece clear of the little battery lip down here. So we can lift and pull that back. You'll see that this plastic being pulled back away probably now gives us enough playroom that this battery can lift out of the tray using the handles. Word of warning before we actually pull this battery from its compartment here. it is going to be heavy and you're going to be bent over the front of your hood in an awkward position. So make sure you do this in the safest possible manner as you can so as to not injure your back or drop this battery. But you are going to now take these two handles and you can tilt it sort of away, just slightly tilt it so that you can slide the lip of that battery from that bolt and plastic piece that we had down in the tray. So tip forward a little bit, pull it up and out. As you can see, now that it's pulled out, you can see the battery compartment tray that the battery sits in. This large rectangular area here. This is the bolt with the sliding plastic piece. Now underneath this plastic piece, I know I can't really get the greatest angle of that for you, but there are little ridges underneath it. And those ridges on your battery mate into this spot here on the lip. So when you put it back in a moment and tighten it down, those ridges will lock in between these little gaps in order to put your battery back into place. That being said, I'm going to replace the battery by putting it back into the cavity it came from. Now, if your battery is dead and you're putting a new one in, the same reverse process applies. My battery isn't actually dead, so I'm actually just going to reinstall the same battery. Again, like I stated earlier, if you happen to pull it out in order to get to some other component down here, you need to remove the battery. This is the process for putting it back in. So again, grabbing it by the handles, lift it with caution, put it into the cavity, and slip it into place in a way that it nests back in underneath that plastic piece that we loosened off. Once you got it in place, you can probably shimmy. You can hear me rattling the plastic around here now. You'll be able to maneuver that back into place to retighten it onto the lip of the battery in the reverse process of us loosening it out. Once you have it tightened back into place, give it a quick little wiggle with the handles to see if you can pop it loose. If it doesn't pop loose, you can then continue forward with putting your little insulation back around it. If it is a little loose and it happens to come apart on you a little bit, you probably have to reposition it and tighten it a little more. In my case, it hasn't moved, so I can tuck the insulation back in and around the battery. Putting me in a good position to reattach my cables. So as stated earlier, we're going to find our positive cable. We're going to put that on first because we stated that we want the negative cable to go back on last. So we're going to position that back over the terminal, and we are just going to simply tighten that nut back into place. Give it a little wiggle test to make sure it's not going to pop loose on you. Moving forward, reattaching the negative terminal. Sorry, the negative cable to the negative terminal. Again, same process. Tighten it in place. Make sure you give it a wiggle, making sure it doesn't pop loose off the terminal. And that completes your battery replacement. If this video has helped you out, then please consider subscribing to Nothing to It. I have plenty more projects, repairs, and how-to videos coming your way. If you're working on something else, please check out the on-screen video or take a look through my growing library and playlist. You might just find what you're looking for. And if you've come this far, leave a like or comment, and always remember, there's nothing to it.